Welcome back, Thunder fans, to Lenexa, Kansas. This is game number 2 for your NB Thunder Girls varsity team at the National Christian Homeschool Volleyball Championship. They are set to square off with the Metro KC Mavericks. You are watching the opening game ceremonies here, and we will get started in just a moment. Game number 2 for the Thunder here at the National Tournament. They were victorious in the opener, 25-16 and 25-21 over the Chippewa Valley Crew from Wisconsin. This is more of a hometown favorite, the Metro KC Mavericks. And the Mavericks also won their first match against the Chap Chariots from Michigan. Mavericks look especially strong hitters all the way around, good serving, very strong in their win. And certainly I don't know that anything is a foregone conclusion, but the Thunder are going to need all the tricks in the bag if they're going to stay in this one. Starters on the floor now as the referee checks the lineup. Lexi Sanborn in zone 1, Emily Force in zone 2, Avery Leonard in 3. That's Sarah Barbosa giving her a high 5 in 4. Moving to the back row is True Fleming in 5. And the starter at 6 is Olivia Cox. She heads to the bench for the libero, Haley Dyer. Checking the lineups on the opposite side of the floor. Metro wearing black, as are the Thunder, as were their last opponent. So black in vogue on the first day of the Homeschool Championships here. We are playing inside the Mavs volleyball facility. Mavs are a local club here, and it's a very beautiful facility. Nice high ceiling, about 30 feet high. 8 different courts, only 4 in action here, as it's mostly Division III girls games going on Thursday. Mavericks will have the first serve. There's the signal. It'll be Barbosa, Fleming, and Dyer in serve receive. There's the serve at Fleming. Passes off to the right, but Sanborn's under it with a bump. Barbosa attacks the middle of the floor. Mavericks contain that easily, and they set the back row defender for the attack. Her attack is into the net, and the Thunder strike first, 1-0. They'll rotate, and Elise Criddle will replace True Fleming as a right side hitter in the front row, and Emily Forrest will have the first serve. Forrest serves at the middle back, pass is high, bump set from the back row to the left side. Hard roll shot dug by Sanborn. Dyer's under it. Thunder go left side now, and a sharp attack by Barbosa is into the top of the net. So a hitting error on each side. We're 1-1 in this first set of this best-of-3 match at the Homeschool Volleyball Championships here in Lenexa, Kansas. Actually playing at 2 facilities here, and we'll be at the other facility in New Century tomorrow. That's a shanked reception ball by Emily Force. Nope, sorry. Yeah, Emily Force. Float serve over the top of the net, easily handled by Dyer. Set with hands to the left side. Power swing by Barbosa, dug by the opposing libero. Still a high ball. They were aiming for control and sent it over the net and out of bounds. So the Thunder will score on the mistake. Here's Haley Dyer to serve libero from the left side of your screen. Floats it in front of the right back. Bump set left side. Big wind up and an approach off the block touch. Sanborn has the dig. Dyer applies the second touch in time. Awkward swing by Criddle gets over the net. Handled and overpassed by the Mavericks. Sarah Barbosa's there for the cleanup. Overset rather. The second touch by the Mavericks was left hanging over the top of the net, and Barbosa put it away. Thunder back in front, 3-2. First set of this best of 3. Short front row serve, overpassed, and tipped across by the setter into the dead spot of the floor, over Lucy Criddle's head. Right in the blue section of that front row on the Thunder side of the net. Teams just trading blows here. Substitution on the far side now, 15 replacing 18. She'll be the server. They're not able to get rosters. We may have those for you tomorrow. High toss and the lefty serves to the Thunder left. Force has a beautiful pass. Set is behind Cox, and she free balls it over. Now here come the Mavericks. They're going to wind up and swing hard at this thing into the net. No block touch. That's a 4 touch for the Mavericks. The Thunder will hold the lead. And here's Barbosa to serve. Flat serve at the left back, brought back into play, bump set, right back to the passer. She goes sharp cross, and Sanborn's dig attempt is over the net. Very beautiful piece of hitting by the Mavericks. Teams just trading shots here so far. Neither team able to separate or pull away. More substitutions coming on the Mavericks side. 26 for 48. 20 for 33. Numbers don't really matter a whole lot here. I don't have any other way to identify them, but that is 4 substitutions in the early going already for the Mavericks. Number 20 has the serve from the opposite side. High and down in front of Forrest. Beautiful pass from her knee. They said Sanborn left side, who down balls it over. Mavericks keep it alive. Down ball coming the other way. Sanborn has the dig. Dyer now, and there goes a free ball from the Thunder side. Middle of the floor is open. The attack is long and out of bounds. Really close to the inline, but Carly Dyer let it go. Right now, the Thunder continue to hold the lead. Fleming's going to return. She's to serve now for Criddle. Perez into the lineup now for Force. That's Jocelyn Perez. She'll play right side in the front row, and True Fleming will serve from the left of screen. Right off the left hip of Dyer. Serve is long and a beauty. It's inbounds. It might have been touched, but it doesn't really matter. It drops inbounds. A beautiful ace from True Fleming. 2 points is the largest lead of the set so far. It's been a tight battle. Fleming this time goes cross court. Better pass to the outside hitter. Center back to the outside hitter. Down ball off the block touch, and Sanborn is there to rescue it. Here come the Thunder from the right side. Easy swing from Perez. Defenders under it. Left side battle now is on the wrong side of the net. Perez and the left side hitter went up for a joust, and Perez was just underneath. (6-5) our score, first set. Jump serve at Dyer, who brings it back into play. Rescued by Sanborn with a bump set. Thunder send it over free and back to base. Back row swing off the top of the net. That ball was out. Chris got a close touch on it. They're going to call it in. I think that ball was headed out, and they might have just punished Chris there for some interference. So back to even, 6-6 our score. Jumping serve is in and out. Ball don't lie, as we like to say. Should have been on the Thunder side to begin with. So the Thunder hold the lead, and here's Olivia Cox. Cox had an impressive serve run in the very first match of about 8 points. That top spin serve, that one is over the inline and out of bounds. Very close, but she misses long. So a quick breath for Dyer. She's back onto the floor in the back row. Avery Leonard will play middle in the front row. We've got Fleming, Dyer, and Sanborn across the back. Barbosa, Leonard, and Perez across the front. The libero to serve from the opposite court, just over the top of the net. Rescued by Dyer, but sent over in one. Rattles around, and they can't make the play on the Mavericks side of the net. After they pulled even, the Thunder are able to side out and hold on to the lead. Here's powerful Lexi Sanborn to serve. Serving out of the 6th position now. Hard, fast, flat. A swing and a miss, but the ball is out of bounds. They're asking for a touch. They're not going to get it. Quick decision by both the line judge and the up ref. More substitutions on the opposite side of the floor, 2 more to be exact. And we'll keep an eye on that substitution count, as the Mavericks like to use a lot of players, it seems. If we have a tight battle, as this has been with a lot of rotation, they could easily get into some substitution trouble late in the game. 48 has the serve, a high rainbow serve to the front row. Leonard overpasses it. Dyer's there to clean up the mistake, but that one's too tight, and Sanborn can't apply the next touch. Finally, the Mavericks have wrestled away the lead, 9-8. Barbosa, Fleming, and Dyer, left to right in serve receive. High toss, easy serve. Again, it's Leonard out of the front row. Much better pass. Set with hands back to Leonard. Hard swing, long and out of bounds. No, other line judge was calling for a tip, but I don't think that's going to happen. Okay, hold on, just a minute. Referee has asked for an interpretation. Line judge from the far side did call for a touch in the swing. I know that he'll get an argument on this one. I certainly didn't see it, and the line judge on the near side didn't see it. I think the ref is going to stick with his call without conclusive evidence. He's going to say, he's going to overturn the call. So here comes the captain of the Mavericks now to argue. She doesn't like that call, and you can't blame her. Chris had asked for a timeout. Looks like he's going to back off of that. I think he's just trying to play some tactics here. He's got 2 subs ready to go in. So it looks like the call is going to stand. Crazy call. So that'll bring Emily Force to the service line, back at the top of the order. We're tied at 9. Pass from the right back. Set hard to the left side, swings into the net. No block touch and no call there. Still playing ball here. Shoved down by Emily Leonard. No room for error on that one. That one is put down. 2 very questionable calls by our referee now in early going. However, Thunder seemed to hold the advantage. Force serves to the front row. Ball's overpassed by the libero. Out of bounds. Beautiful serve by Emily Force. Force quickly back to the service line and ready to go to work. There's her signal. She goes to work quickly. Same spot. Going after the opposing libero. Brought back into play. Back row push. Easily handled by Sanborn. Dyer now bump sets to the far left. Barbosa gets a hard swing off the block touch. Dug out of the back row. Set out of the back row. That's not good attack. I didn't think it would make it over. It certainly did. Sanborn's dump doesn't make it over. Side out now to the Mavericks. Riddle, Dyer, Force, and serve receive. It's to Thunder right and out in front of Dyer, but a foot fault by the server, and the Thunder are going to score the point and side out. Thunder catching the breaks in the early going here against the hometown Mavericks. Dyer quickly now. We seem to be serving at the libero, and with good reason. That pass not high enough. Center can't make the next touch. Thunder in the groove. The libero heads to the bench. And a true replacement comes in. Chris sees that. They go after the same player. A little bit better pass, but bump set out of the back row. High set, left side, hard swing, long and out of bounds. Another point for the Thunder. They've opened up their largest lead of the match. 4 points. Haley Dyer continuing to work. Thunder have found something they want to exploit. This time they hit the right back. Overpass, and Barbosa puts it down. Doesn't quite go down all the way. Still shuffled around. Cox has to clean up. Thunder in a roll now, and you can almost smell the timeout coming. They're calling timeout. They're calling timeout. No ref, no down ref, and they finally are going to the timeout. Timeout on the floor. Thunder 15, Mavericks 10. You're watching Thunder Volleyball on Thunder TV. Welcome back to Lenexa, Kansas. Thunder back on the floor after the Mavericks timeout. Thunder lead 15-10 in the first set of this best-of-3 match. And Haley Dyer puts the ball back in play straight at the middle back. Back row set now, hard swing. That's headed out of bounds, and everybody knows it. Thunder holds serve after the timeout. Thunder starting to feel the relief of a little bit of point separation here. Pass cut off by the left back. She transitions to hit from the outside. Block touch and off the hip of Lexi Sanborn over the back net. And the Mavericks finally able to stop the long run of Carly Dyer. Ball retrieval is going to take a moment here. And the Thunder will reset in serve receive. It'll be Force, Dyer, Barbosa, left to right across your screen. High long serve is over the inline and out of bounds. Thunder will score on the service error. You heard Coach Chris give Sarah Barbosa a command of spot 1. She walks to the right side of the line and then tries to go cross court. Handled by the middle back. They work that left side attack. Another long and out of bounds. Thunder content to let the Mavericks just disassemble here, self-destruct. The lead is 7, largest of the match. Barbosa again walks it to the right corner, goes cross court at the little girl. Passed out of the back row, set out of the back row, high bump set, and 2 players collide as they try to make the third touch. Thunder would like for frustration to set in on the other side and win the head games here. Beautiful cross-court serve, this time by Barbosa, overpassed, and Sanborn just not quite tall enough to get there, forces late on arrival. The overpass works out for the Mavericks. More substitutions on the way. Thunder leading 19-12. This is a best-of-3 second game pool play of the National Homeschool Volleyball Championship. Mavericks have the serve from the far court. High toss, short roll shot, forces under it. It's overpassed, but inbounds. Out of the back row, bump, and coming back free to the Thunder. No reason for a free ball there. See if the Thunder can capitalize. Barbosa goes to Criddle on the right side for a hard swing and the kill. Annalise Criddle, she's not going to settle for a free ball. She puts it away with authority before heading to the bench. Thunder up 20-12. Fleming and Perez back into the lineup for Criddle and Force. Fleming will have the serve. Long, high serve by Fleming, but inbounds, played by the middle back. Set to the middle back, roll shot, easily handled by Barbosa. They needed late help. Thunder are able to rescue it. Perez sends it over with a free ball. Here comes the middle attack. Block touch, Dyer's there. Barbosa sends it over in 2. It's not dead yet, but the Mavericks are going to rescue it. Here comes an attack from the back row. Now the Thunder are in system. Barbosa left side to Sanborn, hard swing, block touch. Rally still going. Left side now for the Mavericks. Block touch by Cox, lands on the wrong side of the net, and the Mavericks will score on the long rally. Chris was asking for a timeout. It wasn't granted. It's hard to get those timeouts in a loud gym like this. Barbosa plays the ball off of the net. Back to the Thunder in 1. Sanborn. Barbosa back to Sanborn. Hard swing. Dug by the middle back. Middle swing now from the back row. Beautiful dig by Dyer. Sent over by Barbosa in 2 and deep into the center's corner. And the Mavericks never recover. They got a touch, but nothing under control. Beautiful attack by Sarah Barbosa to get the kill. Thunder will rotate, and Olivia Cox heads to the service line. 21-13, Thunder need 4 to finish their third set of the tournament. A shanked pass, and shake you very much, says Olivia Cox. She'll take the ace. Bench is fired up. You can hear the Thunder faithful cheering them on. And there's the second timeout for the Mavericks. We'll take a break too. It's Thunder 22, Mavericks 13. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder TV. Thunder break the huddle first and head to the floor. After that timeout, brought to you by Cowboy Plumbing. All of our tournament coverage brought to you by our wonderful sponsors at Cowboy Plumbing. We just are so appreciative and thank them for their continued support of Thunder Volleyball. Olivia Cox at the line out of the timeout. Thunder need 3 to put the set on ice. She's got the signal, top spin to the left back. Bump set high, inside, attacking ball into the net. Another mistake for the Mavericks. And that's exactly what the Thunder want, to keep their foot on the throat of the opponent. Hawks with a longer, deeper serve. The right back scoots in front. Rattles around the back row. Hard swing from the back row. Nice dig by True Fleming. Back over the net, but the Thunder still alive. Back in base. Left hard, down ball from the left side. That's the most effective attack that the Mavericks have had yet. They do hit the ball hard, but they've had a lot of hitting errors over the end line. So they'll side out here. Dyer replaces Cox in serve receive. Fleming, Dyer, and Sanborn. It is the Mavericks libero to serve from the right corner of your screen. Serve is deep and out of bounds. Thunder will accept the gift and move on to set point. Lexi Sanborn at the line. Sanborn's serve is a beauty right at the middle back, played up high, set with hands to the back row player, into the net, and that's going to do it. Thunder are victorious here in set number 1, 25-14. We're going to take a quick break and we'll be back with set number 2. Stick with us on Thunder TV. Welcome back to Lenexa, Kansas. This will be set number 2, game number 2 for your NB Thunder. Victorious in all 3 sets so far today and putting themselves in good position when they head to gold bracket play tomorrow. Now, before you think I'm getting cocky and ahead of myself, please know that all teams go to gold bracket play regardless of finish. Your finish will determine who you play in the gold bracket, but we do know for a fact that the Thunder will be there when gold bracket play begins at 9 a.m. tomorrow at the New Century Fieldhouse across town. Thunder will have the serve here in this second set. Emily Force has the ball in hand and ready to go. In front of her, Lexi Sanborn. We've got Avery Leonard, Sarah Barbosa, and Lacey Criddle in the front row, and Carly Dyer, the libero, in the back. Lineups are checked on the other side. Referee will climb his stand, and we will get the signal to go underway here in just a moment. There it is. There's the signal, and Force will put the ball into play from the left side of your screen. A beautiful serve just over the top of the net. Pass tight. Mavericks still set up a pretty attack from the left side, dug by Force. Thunder send it over in 2, back to base. It's a deep attack coming from the back row. Force is under this one. Sanborn now late on arrival, and the set is sloppy. Mavericks are going to score first. Side out to the Mavericks now, who lead 1-0 in this best of 3. Soft serve over to Dyer, who shuffles underneath, straight to her center. Sanborn puts up Barbosa on the left side, hard swing off the block touch. Mavericks now set up the back row swing. Barbosa has the dig. Dyer's underneath, Barbosa's second attack. That one blocked right back into Thunderland. Another point for the Mavericks. High toss, easy serve. Dyer brings it again right back to the center. This time, Sanborn sets Leonard on the right side, who gets a nice left paw into it. Hard swing from the left attack on the Mavericks side. They're asking for a touch, but no touch call is made. The referee signals in favor of the Thunder. Now, we had a controversial touch call in the first set, but no complaints this time from the Mavericks. Beautiful serve by Haley Dyer. Wimberly drops it in front of the right back for an ace. That'll knot the match up at 2. Second serve from Dyer. She's aggressively goes right down the line again, but this one curves and bends out of bounds. An ace and an error, feast or famine for the libero. Serve is low and flat. Force is under it. Beautiful pass. Sanborn hardly moves to set up Criddle on the right side. Blocked. Sanborn has the coverage. Second attack from Criddle is more beautiful into the deep corner, but played defensively by the Mavericks. They send a free ball over. Another pretty pass by Force. Now the middle swing by Cox. Down in the middle of the floor. Stingy defense by this Mavericks team. Sanborn, had the first touch. Force and Dyer both went for the second. And finally the Thunder make the mistake. Quick serve, top spin. Dyer shuffles underneath. It's a beautiful pass. Sanborn sends it over in 2. Thunder back to base. Hard swing now from the left side. Block touch on it by Olivia Cox, but it stuck on the wrong side of the net, and she couldn't regroup in time. Largest lead that the Mavericks have had yet in the match now, 3 points. They had a few 1-point edges in the first set. Top spin serve, another nice pass by Dyer. Sanborn again, right side, Criddle into the block touch, and this one finally goes out of bounds. Sanborn lets it go, and the Thunder will score the point they should have scored a minute ago. That brings Sarah Barbosa to the line, serving in the 3rd position. Barbosa with a shot at the left back. Passes, transitions out to hit, and goes right down the line back at Barbosa. Best kill of the night we've seen for the Mavericks. Every time in the first set the Mavericks hit it that hard, they hit it out of bounds. That one was sharp and downward. Barbosa tried to play it, but she had to defend herself. 6-3, Mavericks have doubled up the Thunder here in set number 2. No easy days, as they like to say in Nationals. Just because you won the first set doesn't mean anything in the second. Left-handed serve at force, passed right to the center, and Sanborn's attack is into the net. Four in a row for the Mavericks. Thunder now need to take control of this match and keep it from getting out of control. They'll get a gift there as the left-handed serve is into the net. They'll rotate on the service error. True Fleming will replace Annalise Criddle. Fleming will serve. Jocelyn Perez checks into the front row for Emily Force. She'll play right side. Fleming looking to get a little run of her own going. Fleming with a nice serve deep. Trips up and keeps the player off balance. Thunder are going to get it free. Dyer, Barbosa right side. Deep swing by Perez. Doesn't get down. Now a good hard attack out of the back row for the Mavericks. Another long rally coming. Beautiful kill by Lexi Sanborn. A hard one-handed push right between the two blockers and into the seam for the kill. 7-5, Mavericks lead second set in this best of 3 from Lenexa, Kansas. Fleming's serve is flat at the right back, brought back into the court. Running bump touch by the center, and the attack from the left side. Dug by Sanborn. Fleming cannot get there to apply help in time, and the point will go to the Mavericks. Thunder now set up in serve-receive after the substitution. It'll be Dyer, Fleming, and Cox, left to right across your screen. The new substitute for the Mavericks is going to have the serve. Serve is over in front of Dyer. Beautiful pass. Barbosa with the center attack. Deep corner, almost got it. Mavericks able to keep it alive. Dyer there again in defense. This time Barbosa sends over the second touch out of necessity. Push attack for the third time. Dyer under it. Now here's the left side set. Hard swing by Sanborn. Cross court, not going to get down. Stingy defense by the Mavericks. They're just keeping the ball off the floor. Second swing by Sanborn to the middle back. Back row left-handed attack. Mavericks will make the mistake. Thunder will get the point. Olivia Cox now to serve. Thunder trail by 2. Good toss, top spin in the corner, long and out of bounds. Boy, she had that beautiful run in the first match, but really hasn't been able to replicate it. A couple of long serves, and Coach Chris going to spend the timeout. Timeout on the floor, Mavericks 9, Thunder 6. You're watching Thunder Volleyball on Thunder TV. Thunder break the huddle first and return to the floor, ready to get back to work. Mavericks going to take the full complement of the allotted timeout with their 9-6 lead here in the second set. We're at the National Christian Homeschool Volleyball Championships, played around the Kansas City area. Tonight we're in Lenexa, Kansas. Tomorrow morning will be in New Century. And after that, who knows? It all depends on wins and losses. Jump serve off the top of the net. Well played by Dyer. Bump set out of the back row. Nice adjustment by Leonard to get a left paw on it. Now a back row attack by the Mavericks, dug by Barbosa. Thunder still struggling to communicate on that second ball. Mavericks are going to line up now a right side attack. Cross court. Barbosa's out of play. That ball was headed out of bounds and the Mavericks touched it. Now they got to figure out how to get it back over. It's coming free. Diving attempt by Leonard. Barbosa finally has the dig that'll keep him in control. And a tool kill by Lexi Sanborn. She tipped it right off the block. It went out of bounds. And the Thunder win the long rally. After the kill, Sanborn steps to the service line. Flat and attacking at the middle back. Beautiful pass up high. They set the left side hitter. Boy, Sanborn had the dig touch, but we're still not calling the ball on that second touch. Many players going for it, and nobody knows who's got it. That's another kill for the Mavericks. They've got that edge, and they're trying to maintain it. Barbosa, Fleming, and Dyer. It's to Thunder left in front of Barbosa. She dives under it. Another no talking ball. Hey, get on them, start talking. Flat serve, swallowed up by the net. Thunder will get a break on that one. They'll stay within 3 points as substitutions are coming. Force for Perez, Criddle for Fleming. Force will serve at the top of the order, and the Thunder are going to need a little bit better round this time. They trail by 3 here, second set. Force waiting for the signal from the ref. Table's ready. There it is. She'll serve left to screen. Serve is at the middle back and shanked into the bench. An ace for Emily Force just when the Thunder needed it. Expect Force to attack the same spot. You like that result. She's got a fair spot serve. This time Chris wants her to hit zone 1. That's the libero, and they have been picking on her. Force is off the mark. Middle back has the pass. Right side attack goes cross court. Criddle's under it. Bumped now by Leonard, and the attack by Sanborn off the block touch and playable for the Mavericks. Back row swing. They like to attack out of the back row. Force has to dig. Sanborn moves around her middle and sets up Barbosa for the hammer kill left side. Hard off the block touch and into the bench. Beautiful finish by Sarah Barbosa. Thunder have now pulled within 1. Force again gets the signal to go to 1 after the libero. This time still to the middle. But the pass too tight to the net. Another ace for Emily Force, and the Thunder have tied it up at 11. 11-11, second set. Thunder lead 1-0 in this best of 3, and the Mavericks want to take a timeout. We'll take a quick break too. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Volleyball on Thunder TV. Back on the floor in Lenexa, Kansas. Both teams have burned a timeout. We're all even here, and at the top of the service order for the Thunder. Beautiful serve out of the timeout by Force at the opposing libero. Weak attack out of the middle is dug by Barbosa. Dyer back to Barbosa. She attacks the middle back. 2 players in front of it, and the Thunder have regained the lead, 12-11. Persistence and continued chip away. They were down by as many as 4. Fourth serve of the run by Force. This one shuffled under by the middle back. Set to the outside hitter. Inside the antenna. Beautiful attack. Sanborn brings it back cross court. And a sharp attack down ball by Barbosa. Soft push. Beautiful pull-off defense by Leonard. And the free ball is going to score for the Thunder. What a defensive play by Avery Leonard to set up Barbosa with the free ball to the setter's corner. Things fall in place for the Thunder here in Kansas. Force this time just misses on the end line. It was beautiful placement. Very aggressive serve, but the Mavericks will score on the service error. Thunder have yet to drop a set here at the National Championship. Find themselves locked in a tight battle here. The serve is over and flat. Well played by Dyer. She has just been automatic here tonight. Barbosa's attack is into the net. We're tied again. Haley Dyer has just been underneath every single serve and has hardly asked her setters to move. Those passes are just right on point. Sophomore from Wimberley is really shining here. This one a little bit off to the right, but still playable. The set too tight to the net. And Barbosa's attack over the net goes out of bounds. Looks like a lot of the Thunder players had given up on that one, and it was still alive after the block touch. Lead back to the Mavericks now, 14-13 our score. Serve coming from Chris over Chris's shoulder. Beautiful pass by Dyer yet again. Right side attack, there's Leonard. With that left hand, brings it outside in and puts it right in the donut hole for the kill. The donut hole is that area we call right in the center of the floor. If the defense is spread out playing perimeter, there's a big hole there, and you can exploit it. Dyer tries to exploit it there, but the middle back steps underneath for the pass. Left side set, hard swing off the block touch. Barbosa, Dyer, back to Barbosa. It's going back free. Beautiful diving defensive save. Back to the Thunder now. Thunder send it over in 2. They're going to have to set up for a hard swing from the left side. It's out of bounds. Thunder will score on the mistake. And got a little lucky after sending a weak ball back that the opponent made the mistake. They were setting up for a hard kill there. Looks like we've had an overrule. They're going to call a touch on that. I guess turnabout is fair play. Thunder got one of those in their favor in the last one. So the serve stays on the other side, and that one right at Emily Force is shanked into the bench. Thunder have now fallen behind by 2. Slow. 16-14 our score, second set. Ball retrieval took a moment. Now we're ready to resume. The serve is to the front row in front of Barbosa. She's under it. Sanborn bump set to the right side. Criddle with a down ball at the middle. Doug bounced up high and coming back to the Thunder free. Sanborn's under it. Dyer with the out-of-system set. Right side to Criddle. Deep corner attack. Inbounds, out of bounds. Just missed the sideline. Ryan Judge with a quick call. It is into the stands. And the Thunder have given 3 in a row. They're going to go ahead and spend that last time out. 17-14 our score. Stick with us. We'll be right back on Thunder TV. And Thunder will head to the floor second, down by 3 here. Second set in Lenexa, Kansas. Thunder setting up for serve receive, and a crucial point here is they don't want the match to get away from them. Force Dyer and Barbosa in serve receive. It's a top spin serve right at Dyer. Perfect pass. Sanborn sets to the right side with hands. Criddle's attack is Doug out of the back row. Now a hard swing from the left side. Doug by Force over the net. And Thunder are going to catch a break here. Force's ball went just over the net. And it kind of caught the Mavericks by surprise. They didn't really know how to deal with that. So the Thunder side out after the timeout. Barbosa to the line. She goes at the libero. Passes sideways out of the back row. Rescued over, but Dyer's under it. Barbosa now sets Cox to the middle. Hard swing off the block touch over the defender. Beautiful kill for the Thunder. They stay in system off of the excellent serve of Barbosa. 2 in a row after the timeout for the Thunder. Barbosa aggressive at the middle back. Played with hands. Bump set and a standing down ball. Easily played by Force. Tight to the net. Barbosa shoves it over. Sent over in 2. Dyer sees it here. Thunder were in system, and Barbosa went for the attack on the second ball. She hits it into the net. Laura. Beautiful pass by Sanborn on the serve. They set up Cox again. She goes sharp cross court, rattles around. That's going to fall in for a kill. Olivia Cox has gotten 2 of the last 3 done. Great sharp kills from the middle of the floor. Fleming and Perez back in the lineup now for Criddle and Force. Fleming will have the serve. Perez to the front row. Thunder trail by 1. Second set, looking to come from behind here in this one against the Metro KC Mavericks. True serve is handled by the middle back. Bump set, high set to the left side. Hard swing. Dyer got down, but it shanked out of bounds. I don't know that you can really call that a shank. That was just a hard hit and hard to defend against. Side out back to the Mavericks. They'll get some substitutions in there as well. They're continuing to set that left side, and it looks like Chris is looking to make some sort of adjustment. Try to get somebody up in front of that. Lacey Criddle is the one, but she's not due up on front row rotation for a minute. Beautiful pass by True, right side set. Attack by Lexi Sanborn, rattles around, that's gonna fall for a point. Nope, coming back free, high, easily playable, Sanborn's under it. Barbosa a little late on arrival, but got there with a bump set and a nice cross-court attack by Sanborn. Dug by the Mavericks, long rally brewing. Back row down ball, off the net. Perez sees it, it's over the net. Fleming sees it again, tight to the net, and Cox finally finishes it. Olivia Cox has just been a force at the net. She has been tough to defend, and the Thunder are still alive as a result. Cox now to the service line. She's had some trouble serving long. See if she can make an adjustment here. This time she does, a roll shot in front of the middle back, but played by the Mavericks. They work that left side roll shot. Over the net by Sanborn. Thunder still in business. Dump attempt by Barbosa's going to work. She sent it over in two. It looked a little sloppy, but it worked. And we are tied once again, 19-19 our score. Looks like the Mavericks are going to burn that last time out. We'll take a quick break, tied up at 19. Stick with us for the exciting conclusion on Thunder TV. Both teams back on the floor and ready to resume things here in Lenexa, Kansas. Second set action in the Thunder's second match of the day, and they're tied up at 19. They lead 1-0 in this best of three. And Olivia Cox has the serve, soft and easy at the middle back. There's that left side attack for the Mavericks off the block touch. Sanborn's there, right side set, deep attack for Perez, over the end line and out of bounds. Thunder keep getting right in there, but haven't been able to wrestle that lead back away. It'll be Fleming, Dyer, and Sanborn left to right and serve receive. Number 17 has the serve from just over Chris's shoulder. Hard, fast, flat serve, best serve we've seen out of the Mavericks so far, and it's good for an ace off the platform of Carly Dyer. That was a hard ball to defend. We haven't seen them serve with that kind of velocity yet today. Sub. Emily Force now checks into the game, and she's going to replace Jocelyn Perez. In the front row, not exactly sure what the strategy here is. Maybe just a little bit of extra defensive presence is all I can imagine. Still Fleming, Dyer, and Sanborn in serve receive. Hard, fast, flat serve over the net by Fleming. Rattles around. Mavericks are going to keep it alive. It's a reverse free ball. Now the Thunder are in control. Dyer to Barbosa. Her push attempt doesn't work. Left side swing, hard to through Fleming. She's got the dig up, and two players coming for the same ball. Again, that has been the Achilles heel for the Thunder tonight. They were alive in that one, and they're going to hurt. They're going to feel bad letting that happen. Okay, Perez coming back in the game for Force, and she walks off a little gingerly on that knee. She's had some trouble with her knee here. Maybe Chris just trying to mess things up or slow the game down. He's got some subs left, so who knows. 22-19 our score. Thunder need to stop it here. Serve is long and out of bounds. Sanborn started to move on it. She either missed it intentionally or not intentionally, but either way, it's our serve. That ball was out of bounds. Forced back into the substitution zone now. She'll replace Perez. And Sanborn steps to the service line. Force now in the front row playing right side. Post up large. Hard, fast serve at the middle back. Bumps that out of the back row. Attack out of the back row. In the front row for Leonard. Leonard sees it. Barbosa's swing is going to find pay dirt. An awkward swing. It kissed the top of the net and rolled over in an awkward way. Thunder catch a break. 22-21. Sanborn with that power serve can get the Thunder back in it. It's a good serve, cut off by the right back. And set to the right back, hard swing. Brought back into play by Fleming. Second touch by Leonard. Barbosa's attack this time into the net. That's the break the Mavericks needed. Thunder really needed an attack there to pull back to level. More substitutions on the far side of the net. 24 has the serve, leading by 2. It's Barbosa, Fleming, and Dyer. Easy serve at Fleming. Perfect pass sent over in 2 by Sanborn. Thunder to base. High set out of the back row. Oh, it's over free. Dyer, Sanborn, high set to the middle. Leonard attacks deep, and it's out of bounds over the end line. Nice idea, but just missed on the spot. And now the Mavericks are at set point. Perez in for Force, into the front row. High serve, easily handled by Dyer. Sanborn sets high to the middle, and that time a left-handed shove by Leonard. It comes back over, and she finishes it off with the right hand. Avery Leonard has just been very tough for the Mavericks to handle at the net. More subs and rotations. Force for Perez again. That's got to be a record for subs. Force will be at the service line. Criddle to the front row for Fleming. Thunder must score the next 2 to prolong the match. Force's serve is to the left back. Not well handled. The pass was off the mark. Force in the center to come across the length of the court. and it's good for a point. Thunder have scored. Chris says serve to zone 1. That's the libero they've been picking on all day. This time Force misses the spot. It's to the middle back. Better pass, better back row attack. Force with the dig. Sanborn underneath. High set left side. Barbosa roll shot left side. Defenders under it. Now a left side swing for the Mavericks. Force with a nice dig. Middle attack. There's Avery Leonard. Too deep, out of bounds, and that's going to do it. Mavericks are going to win set number 2, 25-23. We'll be back for set number 3 after a quick break. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder Volleyball on Thunder TV. Well, they're shaking hands. They're telling me it's 2 sets only. We saw something in the rules that said best of 3, but if it's 2, that's going to work in the Thunder's favor as they score the most points. And right now, they'll have the tie-breaking edge. Coming out of the pool is the number 1. They're going to play back-to-back, so we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back with more action from Lenexa, Kansas. Stick with us. You're watching Thunder TV.